Everybody's looking for stuff. There's the stuff you need and the stuff you want. And everybody's wants and needs are different, except that everybody wants a deal on their stuff. The Explorer store at Greenback Street is the best place on the net to get cash back on your stuff from more than 1,000 US retailers, like these guys. Your cashback shopping account is free, exclusively at greenbackstreet.com/explorerstore. Or, if asked, use promo code 79878. Cool, huh? Welcome to Martial Arts Explorer, exploring functional technique as revealed in classical martial arts of all styles. I'm Scott Combs. Here's an interesting question. Can we train our minds to think and feel the way we want them to? We have an interesting study on that topic, along with tips on beating stress and an unusual treatment for anxiety coming up in health and wellness. First, however, Michael's on the dojo floor. Let's see what he's got.
Thanks, Scott. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a look at a basic move today, just a down counter, not even a chambered version, but simply this, all right? You're bringing your hand across, and we're going to follow it with a reverse punch motion coming across your bodies here. Now, this time, what we're changing a little bit is the angle at which it comes, all right? So instead of assuming it's something coming in to the front of us, we're going to work a step away, open the door, as it were, let somebody pass through, and then apply this technique. Adam's going to come in and join me. And we'll work this off of a push or a grabbing motion. Now, this probably wouldn't work off of a punch. It's going to be too fast. If he was going to punch in, I'm not going to be able to grab in. But if he starts in and he was going to push me here, all I'm going to do is make space. I make space and the hand starts to move past. As it starts to move past, I want to grab it from behind. It's easy to catch up to it and grab it this way as opposed to coming in here and trying to snake my hand around it. So I make my space, I come in, come across. Now I'm going to take my thumb, and if I get it perfectly, I'm going to bring it into the back of the hand here so I can apply pressure with my thumb. But I just want to grab on the back of the hand. I want to try and grab into the pad of the hand. And the faster things go, obviously, you're going to have a little more problems with this, but you do what you can. I come in here and I grab. Now I let him keep pushing because his momentum's coming. I simply drag a little bit, and then I'm going to reverse it. And as I come back across, we're getting this rotation on the hand here. All right, and that starts to turn the body. And then I also get a rotation going over the top, and now we start to get this. Now, like I said, the next motion is a punch. So I'm just going to open them up and punch. So as it comes in, now the kata might be saying, or the form's coming in this way, something in front of my body. And I'm going to start here, but the technique is actually going to happen from the side. So it comes in, he starts to push, I make my space, I give that little pull, and then I simply start to twist back here. Here the body is opened up, I just come back, strike the face, strike the throat. I can strike into the arms, whatever I want to do. And if I really bring this through enough, all right, I can work a takedown coming back and across. There's a couple different ways to end that. This hand, my punch, could be helping on the takedown also. It doesn't have to be a striking move. One more time, the push comes in, make my space, give it back, bang, there's my strike, and he went down without touching him. All right, thank you very much. So, a down counter takes place in many different forms. You'll see them all over the place. Like I said, we're not even worried about a chamber position. It's simply down counter and punch. And here's a nice little step away, grab, rotate, come back in if you need it. All right, we're gonna get to class. Let everybody give it a try. All right, guys, we're gonna work on a quick down counter motion coming across your body, and we're moving into reverse punch. When this takes place in our form, Nahanchi Shodan, it also takes place in many of our other forms and many forms from other systems. If John's working with me, we're working a push and we're giving space, we're making weight. So as this hand comes in, instead of standing here and taking it, what I want to do is open up and let the hand start to pass by me. Now I'm going to need to guide it. So this hand is coming up and guiding to pass, and I just catch up to his hand real quick. I catch up, I want to grab into the pad of his thumb, hook on my thumb in the back of his hand, and this gives me a nice handle to start to press. Now I'm going to help tug him. Tug the direction he's moving and then rotate back around, and then I start to twist this and I press it around and down this way, and I get that motion. Now my back hand is just a great punch then. So I come across here, I open him up, I've got a nice target, bang, there I go. If I get a good motion, I can come across, I can throw him down, I can take this hand here And as I come through this way, I can help to bring him across and bring him down with it, all right? So be very careful. We don't have a lot of space for throwing, so take it easy. Work this nice motion and see what you guys can do. All right, thanks, Sean. Nice, Manny, good. Yep. Now the one thing that might make her tip over even more, as you pull through, try and step past her out at a 45, okay? See what that does to her angle as she starts to drop down. Try bringing his hand through just a little bit farther back. You'll start that natural tip. Opens them up. Even if you're not going to sweep, it just makes the body expand a little quicker for the punch. Yeah, you can use the second hand to help if you want, but a lot of times you're not going to be able to always necessarily get in. So if you're surprised and this pops up, I can come here. Now, if I get a chance, I can grab it this way, but I want to rotate it over, and then my hand needs to be on the other side. And now if I come back and through, it starts to pitch you back faster.
Then it's a punch.
Just the punch to hit him and knock him down, but that's fine. All right, now remember as you start to work on this, when this comes in, your feet position matters a little bit in the fact that you always want to be in balance, and this technique is going to work better if I'm moving back and away a little bit. So if I'm here, I want to reach out this way, but I don't want to just keep reaching my body and try and do this, and I don't want to just do this because that doesn't really do me much good either. I want to go ahead and step, and I can come in from a fighting position here to more of a horse stance here, and this starts to stretch him out, and then I just shift back into my front stance for that punch. All right, so always remember, we work these foot positions in your forms for a reason. It's going to show up right here. So if I'm starting from a fighting position, I make space. I might even make space right into a horse stance. Come this way, I flow back, turn this, start to press out. I'm going to extend out here again, and now for my punch, I'm going to shift my hips back in for my strike. All right, good job. Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to send you back to Scott.
Can we train ourselves to be more compassionate? A new study suggests the answer is yes. Cultivating compassion and kindness through meditation affects brain regions that can make a person more empathetic to other people's mental states, according to researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Published March 26th in the Public Library of Science 1, the study was the first to use functional magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, to indicate that positive emotions, such as loving kindness and compassion, can be learned in the same way as playing a musical instrument or being proficient in a physical activity, like, say, martial arts. The scans revealed that brain circuits used to detect emotions and feelings were dramatically changed in subjects who had extensive experience practicing compassion meditation. The research suggests that individuals from children who may engage in bullying to people prone to recurring depression, and society in general, could benefit from such meditative practices. Other studies concur, which raises questions about our ability to train our mind to think the way we want it to think. Let us know if you have any personal stories about literally changing your mind and how you did it. Modern life is full of time pressure and frustration. Stress develops when the demands in your life exceed your ability to cope with them. Here, then, are some helpful coping techniques from the Mayo Clinic. Your body requires a healthy diet and adequate rest. Exercise also helps by distracting you from stressful events and releasing your nervous energy. I would also suggest that exercise helps burn off the cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters released during a stressful event. Learn to relax. It's the polar opposite of the stress response. Deep breathing exercises may put you in a relaxed state. Follow these steps to decompress. Inhale through your nose to a count of 10. As you inhale, your upper abdomen should rise, not your chest. Exhale slowly and completely to a count of 10. Repeat 5 to 10 times. Try to do this several times every day, even when you're not feeling stressed. If you have persistent trouble relaxing, consider taking up meditation or studying yoga or Tai Chi. Therapeutic massage may also loosen taut muscles and calm frazzled nerves. I would add that there are many versions of Qigong you might also study and some very useful forms of self-hypnosis. When relaxing, it may be helpful to visualize a time or place where you are most relaxed. Picture it in your mind. Try to involve as many of your senses as you can. What does your relaxed place look like? Smell like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? By involving as many senses as you can, it is possible to trigger a cascade of neurotransmitters and hormones associated with your visualization. A study from 2002, published in the Journal of Vertebral Subluxation Research, describes a 19-year-old female diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, who suffered from physical and mental symptoms for 2 years. After a 4-month course of chiropractic care, the young woman reported an 80% reduction in her anxiety symptoms, including a 90% decrease in her headaches. The patient was able to resume a normal lifestyle without resorting to prescription or over-the-counter drugs. The patient's previous medical treatment had included multiple emergency room visits, private specialists, and a rotation of drug therapies including Paxil, Xanax, and Celexa, which all failed to manage her symptoms. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, anxiety is the most common mental health illness, affecting more than 19 million Americans, ages 18 to 54. These patients make 3 to 5 times more visits to doctors' offices and emergency rooms. And the Anxiety Disorders Association of America reports that direct healthcare costs and lost productivity of these conditions cost more than $42 billion per year. The drug therapies commonly used in treatment for mental health disorders have recently come under closer scrutiny because of their poor rate of effectiveness and potentially deadly side effects, including increased suicidal tendencies in young people. Despite this, most consumers are not given information on non-drug options and remain unaware of the benefits and cost savings that complementary and alternative care may offer. Now, chiropractic isn't the answer in every case, but it may be an alternative for those looking for answers. Thanks for watching. We love getting your email. Send it to explorer@martialartsexplorer.tv. For Martial Arts Explorer and Michael Kleinapir, I'm Scott Combs.